Okay, so here in the southern end of Nevada, in the valley, and just over the hills of Black Mountain and into California, are the Solar One and solar energy plants, their fields. Their photovoltaic solar array fields where they have all of their equipment and all of the mirrors and everything all sitting down there in the valley. Okay, so here's the thing, that part of the valley here in southern Nevada and into California, there over Black Mountain area, it's always had water. It's flooded. There's usually water that sits there all the time. Okay, so now we have what they have deemed a state of emergency for a water shortage. I'm just wondering, when they were doing plans for these solar array fields and these big solar plants that they're putting in throughout the valley here, what was their plan to handle all of the water? What was their plan to handle these areas, these low-lying areas where water would accumulate and water would flood? Did they just remove all of that water to accommodate for their solar array fields and for their photovoltaic solar fields and stuff and all of their equipment? I mean, does it not cross anybody's mind what the water shortage here in Nevada and in California and everything is all about? Everybody keeps on blaming it on this drought and how we haven't had enough water or anything like that. But has anybody even thought to question the engineers and the people running and operating these solar plants, what they plan to do to mitigate or do about any water that might accumulate down in those valley areas? Or had they already taken care of that by draining and redirecting our water source? I mean, these are legitimate questions that I have concerning this water shortage here in Nevada. Do you think any of them are going to get answered? I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously. I doubt very seriously that anybody is questioning these solar energy companies and how they are mitigating the water that can accumulate in these areas where they're putting their systems. Nobody's going to question them about any of that, huh? We're all just going to sit here and dry up in the desert and nobody's going to ask any questions. Nobody's going to question Elon Musk. What do you think the boring company's doing when they come through and they're boring through our bedrock, which is just riddled with fault lines? What does the boring company do when they come across a water pocket? What is the boring company doing about the water that they're tapping into? Where are they redirecting it? These are legitimate freaking questions, and they'll never get answered. I will never get answers to these legitimate questions that I have concerning the water shortage and the state of emergency here in Nevada.